Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of our challenge. I hope that you're all feeling pretty good from yesterday. You might be feeling it a little bit in your lower back muscles from the baby cobras that we did. We're gonna do those again today. If you're feeling it too much, I would take a day and maybe do this video tomorrow. Maybe do it every other day. But if you're feeling good and you're ready to go, we are gonna need our yoga strap or our rope or towel or t-shirt, anything to stretch the hamstrings out. And we're gonna follow the same type of format. We've got a little bit of warming up to do, then we're gonna get into our strengthening exercises, followed by some stretches to finish up. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, we're gonna come back into our tabletop position. So just try to remember what we talked about yesterday, finding the length through the spine. We always want to try to move from a space of length. So we're going to get the hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're going to go right into our bird dog. So let's extend that left leg out, right arm forward. Breathe it in. I'm going to just move my hand back a little bit there. Now let's hold it here while we're finding that length. Try to turn your toes slightly down and in so your hip squares off so it's not opened up to the side like that. Hold it here. And then take a big deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the knee and elbow in. Breathe it in. And out. So let's go for a couple more of these. We're going to have a couple of the same exercises today, but we're going to add on to some of those same exercises and even add in some new things. So let's get one more. Breathe it in, out, and then let's come back out and just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come down and switch sides. All right, so get comfortable there. Left arm out, right leg back, and try again not to collapse into that right shoulder. Try to push away from it. Find length. Deep breath in. Breathe it out. Crunch it in and out. Finding the length through that lower back right there. We're not crunching into that too much. Try to push down through your other leg into the mat. Let's get one more deep breath in, out, and come back out. And let's hold it there for about 5, 4, getting nice and long, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now we're gonna do a new move. We're gonna get the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we're gonna kind of move side to side. So we're gonna bring our hips to the right, shoulders to the left, stretching through the right side body, and vice versa. We're just going to move side to side here. Not trying to force yourself into any position again, right? Just ease into it. You might even feel that stretch through your glute muscles. Let's get a couple more on each side. Still maintaining length in the spine. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going back into our cat-cows. So still on tabletop, we're going to breathe it in. A little arch to the back. Breathe it out. Pull that core up and broaden through the shoulders. Breathe it in. And out. And I think I said this yesterday, this workout, well, like I said, it's not really a workout, but these exercises are really meant for people who are having lower back issues. You can still do this if you're not having issues. It's a good idea just to keep your back healthy. So that's why these movements are so easy. We're not really trying to jam the body. Okay, let's come back to neutral. Now we're gonna go back into that child's pose to the tabletop thing that we did yesterday. So we're gonna get the one hand print forward, but we're gonna add on a little bit. So I want you to think of that cat-cow movement, and as we go back, it's like you're rounding your back, and as you come forward, we're gonna come up with a little arch. Okay, so take a big deep breath in here, and then on your exhale, try to round through your back as you sit back into child's pose. Then breathe it in, come up with a little arch to your back. Breathe it out, and in. Just finding a little bit more movement in this one. This is our last kind of warm-up exercise. Let's get one more. Actually, you know what? Let's hold this one back in child's pose. And let's bring our knees as wide as the mat here. All right, arms active and forwards, forehead down to the mat. Shoulders pulled back and down. They're plugging those shoulders in. And just feel your spine get really long, all the way from your tailbone out through the crown of your head. You're nice and long. Hold it there for 5. 3, 2, 1. I know that was the longest 5 seconds ever. It was definitely longer. Okay, so now we're gonna go for some strengthening exercises. So first up, we have our plank move. We're gonna add on a little bit today. So let's get into it. Hands underneath the shoulders. Right, let's step back into our nice strong plank, finding length through the spine and pulling that core up. So you can see the difference whenever I just kind of let my core go versus pulling it up right there. So we're holding this, so you guys keep holding. We're gonna go about 20 more seconds here. Try to keep the neck in line with the spine. I know I do it a lot, I see it a lot, where the head is kind of dipped down because we get kind of lazy. Pull it up. Activating the quads, nice strong hips, pushing out of the mat. Now let's bring the feet close together so the toes are touching. And then we're gonna lift that right leg up an inch. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs, hold, breathe into it. We're gonna do that one more time on each side. And if you feel like you're starting to lose form here, switch sides, then go ahead and just come back into child's pose and take a little breather and come back into it when you feel ready. 3, 2, 1. All right, drop those knees. Sit back into child's pose. We're gonna go into that one more time. Okay, let's come back up. Hands under the shoulders. Lift up into high plank, right into lifting that right foot. And switch sides. And switch. And switch. Hold that leg. And let's come down to the knees, child's pose. Hold it here. Okay, we're gonna come all the way down, up and down onto our belly here, going into our cobras. So hands are kind of to the side of our chest, to the ribs. And again, we're gonna focus on getting a nice long neck. Elbows are pulled back, we're turning on the upper back. And try to press your feet down into the mat there. So we're gonna go ahead and breathe it in. Lift up, shoulders and chest. Breathe it out, come down. We're still keeping our hands on the mat today. Right, find that length in your spine. Try to kind of turn down right here So it's like your glute muscles are kind of shining down towards your heels. Keep going, let's get 2 more. Okay, so this next movement, our upper body is going to stay down, but we're going to bring the feet together and then the knees out wide. So your legs are going to make kind of like a diamond shape. I call them frog legs. And we're going to work on the hamstrings, but mostly the glutes here. It's really important to have strong glute muscles because they attach right to your lower back. So we're trying to strengthen those up a little bit. So still try to find that length in your spine, right? We're trying to shine the tailbone and the glute muscles down towards the end of your mat there. Length through your spine. We're going to breathe it out. Try to lift the legs and lower. Now sometimes you might get a hip cramp, and if you need to, you can stretch it out. Also, sometimes it can be kind of hard to lift your legs. So just try to cultivate that feeling and try to lift them up as much as you can. And if it's all you can, just to kind of squeeze the glutes and the legs don't go anywhere, that's okay. That's where we should be at. So I'm kind of pressing my feet together and using that energy to lift up a bit. Well, let's get a couple more. And your next one, let's hold it up there wherever you're at for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna flip it over. Going into those single leg raises. So we're all the way down on the mat. We're gonna get the legs up. And you can have the hands down by the side. This is where I prefer to have them. But if you really feel like you need the help for your lower back to keep everything in line, you can scoot your hands just slightly under your hips. But otherwise, we've got the hands out to the side. Now we've got the legs lifted. We're going to drop one at a time, finding that length all the way through your tailbone. Activate the core, turn it on, and then we're going to drop one leg and the other. I like to breathe it in and out. I know this work can seem kind of boring, but it's so good to just do stuff like this every so often. Keep your body going, keep it healthy. We're just alternating one and then the other, nice and slow. Okay, on your next one, we're going to hold that leg down. Now try to straighten your legs. Hold it there. Extend through the tailbone. Push down for 3, 2. Now lift that bottom leg and switch. Hold this one down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, lift that leg up and bend the knees into the chest. Okay, so we're going into our stretches next. The strengthening portion is really important, but if you're actively having lower back issues, I would focus more on the stretching to just ease into it a little bit, and then focus on the strength portion once you feel a little bit better. So we're going to flip it, going into our hip flexor again to start. So I'm going to get my right leg forward, coming back onto that back foot, and I'm just going to slightly lean into it here. My knee comes right over my ankle there. And again, try not to crunch into it too much like we were doing yesterday, right? We want to activate and pull up. So left hip flexor is working. On your next deep breath in, let's bring that left arm up. So this way we can focus on finding length all through the side body here. Keeping the shoulder plugged down. We don't want the shoulders way up near the ear. And just breathe into it. Pulling back with your right hip, Try to keep those hips even. Okay, let's bring that left hand down. We're gonna switch sides. Right leg back, left leg forward. Coming up into our hip flexor. All right, find the length. Pull back with your left hip. And then on your next deep breath in, lift that right arm up. Plug the shoulder down and hold it here and breathe. Deep breaths in and out. Okay, let's bring that hand down and we're gonna step back. Now from here, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see a little bit better. And we're gonna get this right leg out long to the side, and then keep your foot, your toes turned in so they're pointing ahead of you. And then from here, we're gonna try to level out the hips, get length through the spine. And then again, we're gonna take a big deep breath in and lift that left arm up. So again, we're trying to find the length, getting into our gate pose here. We'll get a little bit more of a stretch after this one, but we're gonna get all that length. Deep breath in, and then on your exhale, we're gonna breathe it out. Reach over. Right, imagine you're going all the way from your knee, all the way up and out your fingers. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1. Now before we switch sides, I'm gonna go ahead and tuck my back toes up, and then I'm gonna sit back onto my left heel. So from the side, I still have my right leg out, sitting back onto that heel, and then I'm gonna go ahead and either hold it here or walk it forwards so you feel a nice stretch through your right inner thigh. Keep your spine long. Deep breath in and out. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Left leg out, toes forward. Find your length, and then we're gonna get our right arm all the way up. Plug that shoulder down. All right, hips are level. Deep breaths in and out. On your next exhale, let's lean over to the left, get some nice space through your right side body there. And come back up, and then tuck your back toes, sit back, and then walk the hands forward. Right, left inner thigh is getting a good stretch here. Let's hold it here. All right, coming back up. Now we're gonna lay down. We're almost done. And this is where our yoga strap is gonna come in handy. So we're laying down. Let's go ahead and let's lengthen out the left leg and get the strap onto our right foot here. And then instead of just holding that leg like we did yesterday, I also, first of all, want you to grow nice and long through the spine, right? And then try to descend this thigh bone down. Keep your toes pointed and slightly turned in so they're pointing right up to the ceiling. And then from here, we're gonna just kind of loosen up on the slack a little bit. Breathe it in, let that leg come all the way down. Breathe it out, lift back up until you come to the point of a stretch. Breathe it in and out. Whenever that leg comes down, don't let your back arch, right? Still try to find that length. Let's see how many times I can say length today throughout this whole challenge. I'm gonna say it a lot. Okay, let's get one more. And then we're gonna hold it up top. This is where we're gonna hold for our stretch. Just a quick one. And 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. Right leg out long. Left leg up, find the length. Extend through the tailbone. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. And let that leg come down. And also, your sides will definitely look different. Usually people are a little bit more flexible on one side than the other. Like my left side is definitely tighter than my right side. So sometimes I have a little bend to my knees. My hamstrings are just really tight anyways. So I guess what I'm saying is it's okay if your sides look different. Not a big deal. All right, let's hold this leg up. Pull the toes back. Try to straighten out the leg. Again, like I said, if you need a little bend there, if you feel the stretch there, then hold it. Let's go for 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, getting rid of the strap. We're gonna add on to that one a little bit more tomorrow. So now we're going into our figure 4 stretch. So we've got right ankle to our left knee, and we're gonna reach through the window, stretching out through our right hip. So we're gonna add on to this one today. We're gonna do a little different spinal twist to finish up. It's one of my favorites. All right, hold it here. All right, let's drop that left foot down. And then before we switch, we're gonna bring the arms out to the side, either out long or to goalpost. And we're just gonna let those legs keep this form. We're gonna let the legs fall down over to the left. You get a little spinal twist here and a good stretch through your right hip. I think we're getting a delivery. UPS is here. Let's bring the legs up and we'll switch sides. Left leg over right knee. And then we're gonna hold it here. Reach through the window. And actually, welcome to my house. We're holding our stretch right here. It's okay, we're almost done anyways. I hope this didn't interrupt your zen too much. Let's hold it here.
Oh, I appreciate it, that's okay. I've got it myself.
And then we're gonna drop that foot down, arms out to the side, and let the legs drop down. So okay, this is a good opportunity to practice our zen and just drawing in. Right? Breathe into it, just ignore everything else. We're gonna hold it here. This is where we're finishing up anyways. And just release into that stretch. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's lift those legs up. Yes, welcome to our quarantine life. This is us. All right. Nice job, guys. I hope you enjoyed day 2, and tomorrow we're gonna focus on stretching the glutes out a little bit more. I know we haven't touched too much on those other than that last twist and stretch that we did. So we'll get into those a little bit more tomorrow. All right, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.